Hey, good morning friends, strangers, humans, others. It's getting kind of chilly and winter is kicking in here in North Carolina. And while I've been living out of this bus for quite some time, I'm actually going to be moving in to a more conventional living area. So I just wanted to do a little walkthrough. I don't think I've shown anybody in this video format. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a walkthrough about the small little things and why I like them, what's the purpose, and so forth. Come with me. So I don't have a fancy person to film me doing this, so it's gonna be a little bit of me facing you guys and talking with different things in the background, or me simply pointing the camera and just telling you about it. So let's get started. And let me close this door real quick. It's getting kind of chilly. Okay. So now that we're inside, let's start off with the fronts, the driver cab area. Nothing too crazy here. Everything is pretty much stock, or how it came from the manufacturer. I did add some seat swivels just to open up the space of the floor plan. The flooring is just fake grass just to spice things up a little bit. And over in this corner is a little shoe rack I made out of scraps. It's just a two-tiered wood box, I guess, just so I can shove things inside and on top. This space didn't really do much to it. I did add this swiveling TV mount. And the cool thing about this swivel, or the mount itself, is that it unhooks here. So all I need to do is unplug the power accessories and accessories, pick it up, and move it to my room area. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I have the TV. Right now I'm connected to Wi-Fi. I have a weBoost or a weBoost variant. I don't exactly remember on the top of my head right now. If you have any questions, I can look more into it. But I have that on the roof and I haven't quite set that up yet. Alright, so moving more into the actual living area. The entryway, I have another shoe rack. I have a lot of shoes, what can I say? This is the base area of my electrical system. So we just have a generic Amazon special solar charge controller, MPPT. It's so I get 120 volts in the bus. There's all the 12 volts running through there, and then my two AGM batteries under the chair. Cool thing about this chair, and let me tell you, it's not very comfortable. I do need to do more work. I need to do more work once I move back in here, or if I do, or even if I'm just planning on continuing to use it just solely for a weekend adventure trip. But still, after stealing designs from other people, I went ahead and did the slate so that I can go ahead and have a little sectional. Sit down, relax, read a book. But the foam cushions I have now is just a little bit too thin. And I have some more under chair storage. I have some blinds. And then I use this just to try to help insulate just a little bit. I don't know if it actually works or not. At the very least, it provides like a full visual barrier from anyone trying to peek inside. Then I went ahead and tinted the windows, put these stained vinyl sheets, stick-on sheets on part of it, so that I have both protection from visual peekers, and then I still have some light retained coming from the outside, or natural light. The cool thing about these is it shoots off a rainbow pattern, and that is always a good vibe. So close that up. Over here is kind of my to-do list. Moving a little bit further, we have my to-do list. The only things I have to do right now is the gym. That's been on the board for a week now, and unfortunately I've been lazy. I still need to wire it in. Sink, I kept it simple. Just foot pump. I wanted to rely on the least amount of electricity as possible in this bus. So if in the event anything failed, I still have running water. I'm also running this Whynter fridge and freezer. I don't really have anything in it right now because I'm not living in here full time anymore. I don't think I have anything in it at all, to be honest. But it works really well. I can control the settings to make the freezer freeze my meats, have ice cream and so forth, and the refrigerator space to have produce that I don't put in those bags, as well as any other items that need to be refrigerated. This is my cooktop, super simple, just a camping stove, and I'm using jet boil, gas, and yeah, it gets the job done. I mean, I can boil water, cook on there, and it's pretty crazy to realize how easy it is to survive off of simple amenities like water and a gas stove. That's self-explanatory. This dish rack's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. It was a cool idea I saw, and I kind of just fell in love with it. It's convenient. It's good that it saves space. Carbon monoxide alarm. Have to have that when living in a bus. And now, this is where the magic does not happen. The bedroom. So, this bad boy right here is a queen-sized memory foam mattress for myself. I had no want to settle for a smaller bed. I am 25 years old, and even to me, a queen seems kind of small. So, the queen inside the bus though, perfect. Yeah, so it has underbed storage all up in there. I have my bicycle and AC when it gets hot, so I can toss it in the window, some tools, so forth. Nothing too exciting there. I need to modify this bed still and cut it. The reason why I need to cut it in these areas is because this wooden panel you see here that's not painted, it's modular. It's split up in several pieces so that it can pull up and I can move it to the side, and then I have full walkway access or additional access to this back area. I have yet to figure out exactly what that means and how I'm going to do it, but that's the plan. This is just a regular house electric plug-in heater. In this small area, it's actually pretty good. If you run it on high heat, it will keep the bus extremely warm. I don't like to leave it on, and I don't recommend leaving it on. I always plan to I always intended to turn off the heater when I'm not in the bus, just because it's a safety hazard. I did forget to turn it off one day when I went to work. I came back and it felt so good in here. It was like 90 something degrees, which is way too hot, but I mean, is it? When it's like 40 degrees outside, you come home and it's 90 degrees. Felt so good. Obviously I turned it off and down, but yeah, okay, enough about that. So this area is more storage space. Right now I keep clothes in there that don't go in here. The reason why they're all empty right now is all of them are actually in the house now that I'm living there. So, but I still have a bunch of other clothes. In here is where I would normally keep all my undergarments and socks. As you can see, I am a large fan of socks. Fun socks are just the epitome of my life, and I don't even know if I use that term in the right sentence, but it sounded right, didn't it? So yeah, love fun socks. If all my socks could be fun socks, I would be enthusiastic. This is a very neat spot, and it's something to consider for all the people considering to do van life or bus life or whatever tiny home living. This little spot right here, it's from the bottom of the bus to the top of the bus, dedicated slot for whatever. This is a must-have, and what I use mine for, that little space, is for suits. So while I do enjoy the hippie lifestyle, and I would like to believe I am more of a free spirit as a whole, it's also good to, it feels nice to be able to have a suit for whatever reason I need to have a suit. I haven't needed to wear this in probably 6 months or so. But still, it's like right here whenever I need it, and I love that. It is the best feeling ever. Trying to think, what are some other cool things? All right, so this little curtain setup I have is what blockades the living space versus like the room space. So I have one blackout curtain, or if I want some privacy, say those little windshield blockers in the front were out, and I didn't care about people seeing inside the bus. Maybe I'm on a campgrounds or something. I can leave all that space open, natural light in, and still have privacy using either or of these. This one provides a good amount of privacy, but still letting natural light in or transfer of light. Same as being able to visually see your surroundings. The lights. So what I decided to do with the lights, and it is important to me, just so, one, we're not wasting energy. Two, it is the most efficient, proficient, and effective lighting system. So I went with LEDs to minimalize use of electricity. And then I split up the positioning of the lights, or the wiring of the light, so that I can control what areas of the bus receives light. So maybe I want to turn off this living space, and I only want a low amount of light inside the bus. And this all is just on a switch dimmer right over here. Oh, I should probably turn the light. But yeah. Alright, let's go inside and I'll talk a little bit more about this in detail. I'm really not quite sure what details to include right now. I'm starting to think it might be better to give you guys a Q&A. So I'll let you guys come up with the questions, and at a later date I'll post about it.